So the broad term for these attacks is computer sabotage or computer attacks. So it's any intentional action designed to damage, disrupt, or gain unauthorized access to a computer system, network, or your data. So we already saw one type of attack was phishing. We'll discuss a few others like Wi-Fi piggybacking, malware, viruses, hacking, and data breaches. One we won't discuss, I'll give a brief shout out, is DOS and DDoS attacks. So that's when you overwhelm a website with traffic to actually bring it down, so it's no longer available for regular users. So go ahead and watch this video on social engineering. It might change your perspective on how real hacking happens. It's not that super technical, pounding on the keyboard, high tech that you see in the movies. It's actually a little bit more psychological when it happens in real life. So watch this video. You might be surprised on how easy it is to do hacking without any technical skills. So phishing attacks. What is a phishing attack? It's a type of cyber attack where attackers will attempt to deceive individuals into revealing sensitive information. It could be your password, your financial data, personal data. And as we saw from the IC3, it's the most common type of attack reported to the organization. So they basically pretend to be a legitimate organization. They could pretend to be your bank. They could pretend to be your, email provider. They could pretend to be your, electrical bill provider. Anything you want. Um, I often get these texts now from like the fast track. If you've ever seen those toll roads, right, on the highways, I get these fake messages now that they say, "Hey, you have a fast track violation. Click on this link. Otherwise, we're going to charge you X amount of money." They're getting more and more sophisticated. They're getting more creative. Anything that's pretending to be something they're not is a phishing attack. And they can do this with very minimal technical expertise. If you watch the video on social engineering, you'll see that they can rely more on psychology, convincing people that things are real, even if they don't have the technical skills, right, to take down an entire website and hack it. It can be as simple as pretending to be a login page. So, can you spot the fish? So, this is actually an exercise that I gave to some of the professors when I was first hired for this job. So, literally a year ago, I showed this to a room of professors, administrators, and I had them decide, hey, which one of these do you think is the phishing email? So, we have a Chick-fil-A promotional email on the left. Notice I kind of blew up the actual email that it's from. It's not always easy to see on your email providers. We'll definitely discuss that more once we get to email clients and email software. And then on the right, we have a Microsoft password reset email. You can see the name of the email there on the bottom middle of the image. I kind of blew it up so you can see. So which one do you think is the legitimate email? Which one do you think is the fake email? You can pause the video, take a second. If you chose the Chick-fil-A promotional email as the phishing email, you would be correct. Notice the actual domain name here, the organization name at update-win. Nothing to do with Chick-fil-A versus this one is at accountprotection.microsoft.com. So this more closely resembles the organization. Though I will say both of these emails should bring up red flags to you. If you didn't want to reset your password and you get a password reset email, that's a red flag. You should actually go to the website, navigate to your Microsoft account, and try to change the check, if your password's been compromised directly through the website. Do not click on links on these emails that you cannot trust or verify that they're legitimate. So as soon as you see a red flag, do not click anywhere. And that goes for both of these options. So now we have a little exercise. So first a video, so you can get a little bit more familiar with phishing and how to avoid, falling for the bait. But also a phishing quiz. So from Google, they have a quiz they made with Jigsaw, a developer, to test out your skills on identifying phishing attacks. So if you see links in an email, if it seems like it's not from the actual organization, if you see any of the red flags discussed in the video, then that should be a red flag, right? To not click on the link, to not punch in your personal information. There are ways to get around this, right? So that you don't have to use that email link or that text link, right? Now it's through text. They've really advanced when it comes to phishing, and it might get worse as the years go by. But yeah, make sure you get really familiar with this. Take the quiz because it is the most common type of attack. I can tell you there have been times where I've almost clicked on illegitimate emails and immediately realized, hey, this is not the real thing. It can happen to anyone. And I will tell you that in a room full of administrators, a room full of people that know computers pretty well, almost all of them got this "can you spot the fish" wrong. So don't feel bad if you do, poorly at the beginning. Just know that's part of the process. It's better to be on the side of caution than to click on every single link you get, via email or through text.